Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Caroline Kamau. We continue with the COVID-19 conversation. Today, however, we take a look at the emotional and mental challenges that have come with the disruptions occasioned by COVID-19. To help us with that conversation is John Odegi. John Odegi is a counseling psychologist, and he's concentrated with mental health issues. Karibu sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Yes.
so let's just get right into it. Of course, like I said in my introduction, there are a lot of disruptions that are come about
Yes.
with COVID-19. You're being told to isolate. You're being told to quarantine. You know, there are all these new words that we are now becoming accustomed to. Just talk to us about the challenges that you think will come with a new normal.
What is coming out strongly, even as we're experiencing the lockdowns and also the challenges that comes with the COVID-19 pandemic, is there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of uncertainty, because this has totally disrupted our way of being and the way we do things and also the way we socialize. So there's a lot of impact when it comes to this. And we might look at maybe groups which have been impacted on. We can look at probably people who are aged. We can also look at people who have maybe pre-existing mental health conditions. We can look at maybe children and teens. We can also look at probably those people who have been quarantined. So those people, I think, have been really impacted most. And there's a way we can still help them to cope with this.
But as a society, how also do we cope with it? Because now we now have a curfew in place. And some people were used to getting home way later in the evening. Now you have to be home by 7. If you have nothing to do, there are people who've been told by their employers to stay at home. So there's a whole resocialization there.
Yes.
So how do we navigate this whole thing?
The positive aspect about this pandemic is that it has come to illuminate on the things that we've neglected initially. It has come to teach us, or probably even to make us aware the things that we've neglected, things to do with family time, things to do with communication, things even to do with even creating time for our loved ones. So I think it has just come to teach us and also just to make us aware of the things that we've been neglected initially.
So there's always stigma that is associated with people who have been on quarantine.
Yes.
And of course also as we go about our daily business, sneezing in the matatu, for example, coughing in the matatu, even in the house. How do we best deal with the stigma that is associated with COVID-19?
I think it's important for us to stop the stigma, because stigma adds to a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress. So for those who've been quarantined for like 14 days and they have been given a clean bill of health, let's not stigmatize them, because it was not their liking to be in that situation.
We had talked about children earlier, and
Yes.
there's probably going to be some mental issues
Yes.
with children.
Yeah.
Just what are some of the signs that as parents you could look out for in our children, and how best do we help them?
When kids are stressed, some of the signs you might find is bedwetting. You might find that they don't really want to engage in activities that they used to enjoy. You might also find that they're acting out, being irritable. Those are the signs to look out for. But once they do that, they're also trying to cope in their own way. What we need to do is to give them reassurance and also just to teach them and give them facts about the COVID in ways that they understand. Lots of reassurance has to come from the parents.